Hi everybody, this is Keisha. I want to come to you today with another video. Actually, it's going to be the final video on negativity. And I gave you in a previous video 3 reasons why people are negative. And in this video, I want to talk about 5 ways that we can deal with negative people. Most of my reasons is going to be for people who you love and care about and whose opinion matter to you. So hopefully these tips will help you, and it maybe add some comfort to your family member or close friend. My first tip in dealing with people or loved ones who are negative, give them facts about your surgery. You can talk to them about, a lot of times people's opinions of gastric bypass surgery is built around their own opinions or opinions framed from things that they've heard. So giving them facts about the gastric bypass surgery might help. You can talk to them after you did some research, write some things down. Maybe you can go to them and find out what their issues are, what their real issues are, and maybe look things up for them, get some information for them so that they can read it, and hopefully it would ease their minds. Another way that you can deal with a person who has negativity and who's feeling like you shouldn't do this surgery is to show them a video. YouTube is amazing these days. I mean, you could there's so many videos with people who have gone through this process, so many doctors who have even videoed surgeries, actual sleeve surgeries. I've seen a couple sleeve surgeries. I don't think I've seen a bypass. I'm not saying it's not there, but I know that there are sleeved surgery recordings on the internet, and maybe you can go to a family member with your information and your video and maybe show them this video. That might help. It's not as bad as a person may think, and while it is serious, even looking at the process of it might ease that person's mind. So my third tip on dealing with a negative person is to take the person with you to an appointment with your surgeon. Have them ask questions, if they have any concerns, doubts, worries, anything that they are concerned about and you're not able to answer that question. Maybe you can take them to the doctor's office with you one day, to your surgeon or the person who is the go-in-between for you. What are they called? I can't remember. But anyway, you go to that person. She answers all. I mean, there's someone there, a representative for the surgeon who, you may not be able to speak to all the time. You can go to that person, call her up or him, and they'll be willing to answer any questions for you. Or maybe you could even call the office and speak to your person, and then they're able to speak to your loved one if you're not able to speak to the surgeon. But just giving them the opportunity to ask their own questions to someone who is a professional, whether it be your doctor or your advocate, your patient advocate. That's who I was thinking about. So, that might bring some comfort to a loved one. Another way is to share your feelings. Like I said in the previous video, nobody knows what you go through like you do. Yes, your husband, your spouse, they live with you, they see you on a daily basis, but these feelings, most of the time, they're not shared. Your feelings aren't always verbal. A lot of times it's emotional and it's not things you really share with others. But if you were to share the struggles that you're having, the desire, and what brought you about, brought you to this decision, maybe you can kind of sway that person into, if they're not really comfortable in it, but maybe you can sway them to like back off and be a little more supportive. And so my final way to deal with the person that's being negative to you is to ignore them. It may be hard to deal with a spouse who is in your home who's feeding you negativity, but at the same time, that person does not live in your body. That person, while their opinion should and probably does matter to you, your health, your health and your well-being should be important to them also. And they should be able to understand and um, be willing to have an open mind and hear you out and maybe do these things with you. And maybe, just like I said before, if they're not willing to change their opinion, maybe just stop the negativity and be supportive, because nobody who has gone through this needs, or who is going through this process needs anyone negative around them. It's exciting to a person who's decided to have this surgery. It's exciting. It's it's a chance at a different life. A lot of times people who are obese don't know what it feels like to not be obese. Yeah, you might have lost some weight here and there, and felt good in that moment, and a lot of people don't know what it feels like to not be obese or not be overweight, and for some, this is completely new to them. This is exciting. It's you're eager, you're excited, you're motivated to go through the process and to have this surgery, because you know that it's going to change your life. So I really would encourage you to try to find a way to deal with loved ones. But if it's somebody like a coworker, or somebody who you just know casually, or somebody you really don't give two farts about, then you ignore them. I mean, their opinion don't matter to you. What you do shouldn't matter to them. A lot of people like to make what you do their business, but if you set them straight one good time, and there's a way to set a person straight without actually, you know, being rude or ignorant about it, because, a lot of people can bring you there, but you don't allow people to bring you outside of your character. You stay in, you stay composed, stay the woman or the man of character that you are, and you ignore that foolishness. And if you need to check somebody, if you need to let them know to stay out of your business, you do it with class. You do it in a way that you walk away and leave them with their mouths open, because it's none of their business in the first place. So these are my reasons for these are the so these are the 5 tips I can okay, guys, so this has been my 5 tips on how to deal with negative people. So if you have any questions, post them down below. Subscribe, like, comment. If you have some other tips, leave them down below, cuz I'm hoping that other people will get involved, and we all need support, and anything that we can come together on and help each other out and motivate each other, to encourage each other, we should do that. So if you can think of any other ways that a person can deal with a negative loved one, or just someone who's being negative in general, at no at the fact that this person has decided to do this, leave them down below and let us know how you handled it, or how you would suggest someone else does. So until next time, I'll see you later, guys.